Good.
Gianna, how's life? How's the semester going for you?
I mean, it's great. I can't really complain. I love playing with my best friends. I mean, school's great. I mean, I have no complaints. Life is good.
How important is it to have one more game on the regular season slate before you go to Pensacola, just to kind of flush this past result out of your minds?
I mean, it's super important. I think we build upon losses in a very positive way. I think every team could take a note from the way that we play after we face a tribulation that doesn't go our way. I think we're very big on bouncing back from things like this, and I think having one more game before the season ends is exactly what we need.
As a scorer, having not found the net in a minute, is there a frustration level, or what's the mindset going into the rest of the year?
I mean, there's always a frustration. I think there's even a frustration when I do score and I don't get another goal that I want. I think there's always a level of frustration, especially in my position. I feel like it just is natural. I think the best thing, I'm very hard on myself, so there's always frustration, but I think the best thing I can do is just keep moving on.
Gianna, last year, obviously, you kind of dominated at the end with your SEC freshman year award. At what point last year did it start clicking for you, and at what point did you realize that you were going to have a lot of success here in Alabama?
I think my very first game, actually, I realized that I think I had 2 assists versus FAU. I felt like as soon as I did that, I was like, okay, this could be a very good year for me. And then I think my first goal was versus Clemson. It was like 4 or 5 games into the season, and that's just what I needed, I think, to like prove to myself I could do it. But I think I always knew. It's been my goal since day one, so I think I just needed that first goal, and then I think since then I've been good.
You know, let's actually take it one step even further back right now. You were a very highly touted player out of high school. What made you choose Alabama as your place to go?
I feel like I get that question all the time, and I love answering it. I think I literally just had a feeling. I think everyone has a feeling where they're supposed to go, and this is definitely where I belong. I think there's a lot of factors that tie into it, but I literally just had a gut feeling that this is where I belonged, and I think since I followed that, I'm very big on, I think, just like going with my heart, and I literally knew I belonged here, so.
This guy's from New York, too. He had to know.
Yeah, I'm on near Long Island.
Are you actually?
Yeah,
where?
I'm Dyker Heights, Brooklyn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm Huntington, Long Island.
Do you notice any of the... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Kind of last year, you obviously dominated in the SEC and the tournament, but you had Riley Parker and Tanner in front of you. So now this year, without them sort of in that leadership role, and you're just kind of up there by yourself, is there any mindset that changes with that?
I think I'm definitely never up there by myself. I think it's never just myself. I mean, having people like Atala Jameli, Nadia Ramadan, I love playing with those girls. It's never just me. Obviously, I miss playing with the Riley Tanners and the Riley Parkers of the world, but I think life is never the same. It's never going to be like the exact same year. People are going to graduate, and new people will come in, and I think that's exactly what we need.
On that track of not being the same, are you noticing the defense is playing you differently, and how have you approached that?
I definitely see it. I kind of wish that it was a similar defensive style that I play against as last year, but it's only to be expected with success. I think when I am as heavily defended as I am every game, I think that opens up a lot of space for my teammates around me, and I think I actually need to do a better job of recognizing that not everything when it comes to the defensive effort on the other side of the team is negative towards me. It's actually positive towards my own team, because it opens up a lot of opportunities for them as well.
Have there been any moments this year, especially the past couple weeks, where you have been frustrated with just the fact that you're not getting goals in the back of the net? Or have you recognized that?
Absolutely. I think 2 nights ago when we played Mississippi State, I don't think I've ever been more frustrated at myself than that game. I think I am my harshest critic. I think when it comes to me scoring, my goal is always to get one in the back of the net, and when I don't do that, sometimes I just get very frustrated at myself. But I think as I go through college and as I mature, I think that's something that I'll tackle a little more successfully than I did on, was it Sunday?
Yeah. What would you say has been the biggest development that you've had personally through your career so far, and what other areas do you want to develop and continue to grow in?
I think, wait, can you ask that one more time?
Yeah, like what's something that, as far as growth, maturity, and development on the field goes, that has really changed about you since you first set foot on campus?
I think being a freshman last year, learning to play my game off of the bench was definitely something that took a little getting used to. I think ever since I've started playing soccer, I'm someone that's used to making an immediate impact, and I think it was different last year because that's not exactly what I was doing. But I had to realize that it was for a bigger picture, and then coming into it this year, having a bigger impact on the field and starting immediately, I feel like I have kind of had to grow into that position because it wasn't something that I was completely used to during freshman year. But I think, I mean, obviously I always prefer starting as making a big impact as I can. So, I don't know. I think there's a lot that I can grow into. I think there's a lot of maturity that still needs to happen, but I think as time goes on, I'm getting a little better with it.
And you talk about continuing to grow up in the future. You have another 2 years here, but what do you think your goals are as far as the sport of soccer is concerned after your time in Alabama?
The sport of soccer, in my brain, is the only thing I've ever wanted to do. I don't really have any career goals besides playing soccer, so as soon as my time at Bama ends, my goal is to go pro. I mean, that's all I've ever known. That's all I really want to do, so that's all I can see myself doing.
Then what about here in Alabama, if you could name 1 or 2 goals that you want to achieve in the rest of this year and the other 2 years, what would you say they are?
I think definitely team-wise, I would be great to win a national title. As egregious as that sounds, it would be great. I think in the near future, a tournament win would be huge with the SECs. I think personally, I think my immediate goal right now, especially for next year and my senior year, are for an offensive player of the year kind of thing. I think that's not too out of reach for me, and I think every game that I go along, I'm just thinking about that.
Okay, let's stop it there so we can move just on you. If you need more farewell, you for off camera.
Okay.
Gianna, very well spoken.
Thank you so much.